Time for a dose of patriotism. A Reddit thread has people sharing what they think Canada does better than other countries, like multiculturalism, for example, or poking fun at ourselves. So what does Canada do that you feel we excel at?
I mean, besides like maple syrup and comedy, which I feel like we, hands down, can we just agree that we do both of those things better?
Yes.
I feel like we do healthcare better. And I go with me.
Right.
Thank you. I got a weak clap
person's
there.
like, yes.
But I mean, I think, listen, it is not perfect. It is flawed. And yet, I've been in the States and I've talked to people. I remember one woman I met once when I was on a vacation and she had a complicated childbirth. And she told us about the bill that she and her husband got after giving birth.
Yeah.
And luckily they had insurance to cover most of it. It was hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I think that if you think about how many people are precariously insured or have no insurance at all in the States, and then just play that through, what types of people would not have access to that? What happens to the people who have complicated childbirth or any other number of complications? We should never, ever forget how valuable our free healthcare system is.
Good point.
Agreed.
I have to go with toilets.
What?
I don't know, every single time, hear me out. Every single time I come back from Greece, I'm like so thrilled by our toilets. I don't know if you guys have been, I think sometimes in Italy.
I've been in the toilets in
Yeah, what's going on?
Greece, and somehow they've managed to like invent democracy in feta, but their toilets have like this shelf on them that is above the water, and then your donation in the toilet sits on the shelf.
Why?
And then when you
never seen
flush,
that.
the donation just becomes a skid of donations. And I'm like, this is a great civilization. And we do toilets extremely well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toilet. I love that.
Toilet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, don't you?
I totally know what you mean.
totally know.
I've been to Greece. I didn't pay enough attention to the toilets.
Yeah. You gotta be
Sure,
looking
fine.
on the internet.
Maybe you weren't making enough donations on vacation.
I do tend to clam up on vacation.
Yes. I would say infrastructure.
Okay.
Like, I have a bunch of friends who live in the UK, and I'm constantly surprised by they're like, our buildings don't keep in heat very well, but also they are incredibly hot in the summer, things like that.
Yeah.
And when I visited Massachusetts last year, I was really shaken by how much road got in my eyes. Like, I would be walking on the sidewalk and then a car would drive by and a piece of road dust would get into my eye, like 7 times. And I was like, what's going on? Why is there something in my eye? And our tour guide was like, that's the road. And I was like, that's not an answer. What do you mean? That's not,
But they have lower taxes, Carly.
And I wonder if that's connected.
I'm just going to quickly say safety. I've traveled all over the world. I've never felt unsafe in Canada ever, and I've traveled and lived in different parts of this country. I always feel safe in other places. I can tell by the time I get to the airport, do not want to be by myself in this place. Have to walk in a large group. So safety. So thank you, Canada.
Not taking those things for granted today. Okay. Well,
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.